Alright everybody, welcome back to our French campaign in Medieval Total War, Glorious Achievements mode, and we are trying to deal with this mess. If you look at the map, we're the blue faction, if you look at this mini-map up here, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish splashes of blue around the map. It is looking very precarious for us, despite the fact that we've got, almost 1 million florins in the bank. But that is going to decrease. We are now at war with Spanish. The Spanish is the strongest faction on the map. We were recently told about that. And yeah, you can see that they've come at us pretty hard in Toulouse. In the last episode, we fought a couple of battles. One very quick one for Flanders, which we knew we were going to lose. And one longer one, which I thought we would do better on, honestly, in Toulouse. So we lost both of those, and we're down here. This has got 3 years. We're going to hit end turn here, and we're going to see how the Spanish resolve both of these. But the other thing we're going to see is we've got an army coming down from Brittany into Aquitaine to see if maybe there's a chance of us claiming this. And then we are also sending forces from Ile-de-France and Champagne up into Flanders to try to reclaim that, and then send some of these strong troops by ship from the English Channel, since we still control this, over to Brittany and then down, right? Maybe we get some elites down here. We can start doing some good stuff. We've got ships still in the sea. We've got, I think, enough, technically, to do what we need to do, which is to, eliminate the Spanish Navy, or at least prevent them from getting landings on our other possessions. And over here, we're also sending an invasion to the emptied province of Sinai. Spanish have split their forces here, moving into Arabia, and we're going to see how this all plays out. Now, we've got a crusade ready to go in Palestine, just waiting for the Pope's approval to, excommunicate the Spanish. I'm not sure that's going to happen. It may take a while for that to occur. I think the Pope is allied with the Spanish, as a matter of fact. And so we don't have a whole lot of allies, or at least useful allies. We shed the English alliance in the last episode, thinking we would start to make some headway against the English on the continent. We did not get the chance to do that because the Spanish hit before we were ready to go. It was a very close thing. In fact, they hit the year my prince had moved into Flanders with the idea of sending him down to Crete for safety during the English War. So we've got some movements. Okay, all right. Okay, we executed a general. We sort of sent an assassination against this 2-star general here. And Philippe Richelieu, I wonder if that's a no, it can't be. Richelieu is the guy, the cardinal, right, who in the 1600s, I want to say, in France was kind of the gray eminence. Is that the term for it? So obviously we're in the wrong time period there, but we get the same last name. Okay, so we've killed this general, and I think there's maybe there's a 1-star general somewhere still. But let's see. Okay, yeah, that's great. That's great. So all of these guys would have had 2 valor, but for our assassin. So it's really cool to see that. It's very rare that it works out that you can queue up an assassination that actually coincides with a battle. We should win this. We outnumber them more than 2 to 1, more like 3 to 1. So let's just get into it. So a rainy day here in Flanders. I think we're going to want to wait for good weather. We do have some archers with us. Well, maybe we won't get the chance. Okay, fine throughout the day. We'll go with this. It's probably going to rain again anyway. It just looks like it. Yeah, and we've got some regular archers. We also, though, have some arbalesters. So kind of a nice mix here. And we've got a lot of halberdiers. Now, the thing about halberdiers is that they do have kind of low morale. Lower than you would expect, maybe. But I think we've got the numbers here. Well, let's just group everybody up. And get my caps lock off. Okay, so yeah, I think we want to march over to the right, get on the hill, turn to the left. They do have a lot of cav, though, actually. Oh my gosh, they're coming for me. Okay, but are they? Because these are Spanish Jeannettes. Let's see. Yeah, they're thinking they want to get within range to throw their javelins, but the problem is the skirmish, the automatic skirmish, which the AI does use, is going to make them push back unless they decide to commit to a melee. So let's see what they're going to do. You know, I'll stand here and take a couple of shots, honestly, from their javelins. We'll just mow some of them down. Good, good, good. Yeah, raining again. Okay, lots of ranged units. Like, just nothing but ranged units on the left. And, man, this is a super annoying army. Because it is all skirmishers. Okay, let's go over here. There's their general. Yeah, arbalesters can hit me. We'll just take it. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. I think, you know, we're sort of getting close to the edge of the line. They've got some Royal Knights way over there for some reason. Alright, yeah, let's set everybody up. And they've got like a 1-star general. Should I send these guys? It's Royal Knights. You know, yeah, let's do it. Screw you. Let's just send the cab over there. They don't have any cab nearby. We've got no, strictly speaking, no infantry. Crossbowmen are attacking, alright. We're actually fighting in the woods there with those guys, that's good. There's a scrum over here, which we're winning. They're throwing them all in. Alright, we'll see how it goes. I've got a lot of valor on these guys. It's obviously, you know, maybe that was not the best move, but let's get into the trees here. They don't have any chance of retreat. You know, my men are under siege in the castle. Alright, yeah, what do we got here? 80, 30, 53, 32, 11. Yeah, let's get the ranged guys, just backing them up. Good. Archers finally routing. Do have a lot of arbalesters. They do have armor. I'm gonna stick. We're gonna stay with it. Kind of committed. All right, good. We got some fights. Okay, yeah. Come up over here. That's a misclick. Where are you now? How about we switch over to those arbalesters? We'll catch them. And what do we got here? A little more routing. Arbalesters running away. That's good. There's a lot of arbalesters, though. Nice, okay. All right, and then we'll get the general back. This was really a big sort of unnecessary risk. But the way they had split up their forces, and the fact that I don't have a lot of cav means that it's going to be just a nightmare pinning down these guys, whatever the scenario. So let's go over here, go after the Arbalesters.
The enemy general is dead.
Oh, good, very good.
Slain before the pox could kill him.
Yeah, they're going to try firing again. They do have some reinforcements. Alright, let's get the Arbalesters over here to shoot at their archers. Alright, nice. Yeah, all you guys just route off the field, please. I don't need to catch them because they've got no place to go. Alright, cavalry is just about safely back. Alright, it'll be my 2 Arbalesters versus their 1. Let's get my archers against their cav. And we lost a lot of guys in some of the melee here. It's a goofy battle because they had so much ranged stuff. And honestly, this is kind of what I hate about fighting the Spanish, because they've got all of this. They love to train these Jeanettes. And they send them all over the field. And then when they've got a preponderance of ranged troops, it is just another annoyance. Okay, where are we going here? You guys are still good. Alright, we'll keep all of you on those Jeanettes. There's some Royal Knights, okay. I think we're pretty good to deal with that. Okay, yeah. This is going to be one of those long fights because it's just a, crossbow versus crossbow, and it's raining. Gonna get a chance to catch them. Yep, they're gonna take that. Right, halberdiers can come and help cut them up. Very good. And this is just, we'll never catch them. But we can set up right here, I guess, with our halberdiers. I think this might be where they're going to come from, with their reinforcements. They are kind of wrecking my chivalric men-at-arms. Alright, more halberdiers, I guess. These guys have, like, no valor. So, honestly, I should just be fighting them. I think they've got 1 each. Okay, he's running away. Back up here with the halberds. And, yep, go after the pavis. Okay, this is fine. Yep. They should route pretty quick. Push those guys into a route. I mean, halberdiers are probably the slowest unit in the game, so it's you know, doesn't make a lot of sense to send them out to chase cav, but it's what I have at the time. Okay, so I don't need both of you. Let's take the 60. You can come back. All right, they're gone. Well, yes. Stay on them until they leave. Great, finally. So, pretty messy. Alright, we still need to get them off the field. Nah, I'm not going to kill them. Okay, Flanders conquered. We've got it back. And Spanish withdraw from the battle in Aquitaine. Interesting. So they withdrew into the fort. This looks like it's going to be an assault. Castle being assaulted in Toulouse. 165 men versus 10,009. All right. Let's do it for sure. Lord Enrique. Let's see how many we can kill, right? They don't have any siege equipment with them. Now, you know, in one sense they maybe don't need it, because they've got so many bodies they can just throw. But that's what I'm hoping to accomplish here, right? Like, get them to waste a lot of these forces against these castle walls. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. They're going to have to go through each gate. I think there's 2 gates they're going to have to go through. We're at the Citadel level. Let's take a look at this. This is pretty big here. Okay, so here's like the artillery tower, or one of them. We've got 1 gate, and unfortunately they are like in a straight line, you know. It would be nice if they were sort of staggered, so they had to go around. But this is entirely surrounding this area. So we've got 1 ring. We've got the main gate, so they have to come this way. There's only a single gate. They have to come close to the artillery tower. We've got arrow towers, catapult towers, ballista towers. Now, some of this is going to hurt our own walls, but I don't think it's going to destroy our own walls. So, they're starting right outside the front gate, which is, you know, bad for me because it means they've got less exposure. On the other hand, they're all currently exposed to the artillery tower and to the arrow fire. So, we've got no reason to put our guys out in the front in a way. Our general is this unit of chivalric men-at-arms. 28 men, okay. We have 1 unit of crossbowmen. I think I want them like right here. Right, we want to flank them when they come in. And I think I want them to be fire at will turned off. They are an engage at will. I think that's okay. And we're going to have them choose targets. So as soon as someone gets in through the front gate, we're going to have these guys start firing at them on their unshielded side. I think this game calculates sides, you know, having a shield or not. So that's the idea. The right side is going to be marching towards the gate. That's the theory. We'll be trying to hit them. I could put the chivalric sergeants outside as kind of a bait unit as well. Just to, like, yeah, okay, they're already out there. That might be fine, actually. We just keep them out here to distract, and we can run them over. I don't think any of my units are going to rout, like, inside the walls. We've got a couple feudal sergeant units, so we'll put them here. We do want them to be in ranks 3 or more deep. Alright, so all of these guys are accounted for, and now it's just the 2 cavalry units. So, these units both dismount into chivalric foot knights. That might be a good option. Very good attack. I think, yeah, heavily armored. I think they're good against armor. But there's not that much armor in the Spanish army. And, yeah, bonus versus armored troops. They don't have that when they are cavalry. But I don't know how much it matters. Like, in this first wave, which we can't really see them, but this is like militia sergeants, I want to say. Feudal sergeants, probably. Not a lot of armor. They do have some ranged stuff. You know, maybe it would make sense to have one of these units cavalry just for the mobility. So maybe we will do this. Have a cavalry unit right here. It's Royal Knights. And the chivalric foot knights can be back here in the inside. We don't need to worry about ranks or anything, I don't think, with them. Alright, let's see how it goes. I want to see some dramatic artillery. Okay, they've got 1 general. Looks like he may be withdrawing. Are we going to start firing? Okay, I see arrows. I don't see artillery. There, okay, we see a catapult. Artillery, like what do you do? What's your purpose here? Looks like they're shooting arrows. Good. Getting some kills. Alright, you're sending this 1 unit up. Oh, that was close. We've only got 2 gates to protect here. Alright, they've taken 1 loss, 2 losses. They're going to start taking some losses due to the gate. I can't remember how strong that stuff is. Alright, they're taking pathetic losses. I think, you know, my towers are all distracted by the army being right out there. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't really see what their numbers are, because I can't get my camera outside. What's that? 38, 37, 36. Gatehouse is 2%. 3%. 35. Okay, they're standing now. Alright, they're attacking again. 32. Alright, they withdrew the general and brought down a unit of Spanish Chouettes. Down to 30, 29. Okay, this is nice. The thing I'm realizing now, though, is when we lose this gate, we may lose all of these towers. So we probably do want to fight for it. Alright, let's bring these guys forward then. We're within range of some of their units. Like, the Arbalesters could hit us. Alright, 21%. Come on, let's get the... 23, 14... 12... Alright, we're a quarter way damaged. I wish we could curl around and see what this looks like. All right, let's go straight through. Third of the gate is damaged. We'll try to push them out and then get back inside. Alright, maybe I should have waited because here they all come. 10 chivalric sergeants, and they're not losing anything. Alright, not sure why. Alright, let's get back in. Alright, can we get inside and have the gate shut behind him? Nice, alright. Now, the problem is they're going to go for the gate here. At least these guys are coming under arrow fire. Yeah, this artillery tower doesn't seem to be delivering artillery. Maybe I'm missing it, but... I mean, we do have lots of catapults going off. You know, that's very nice. But I wonder what it takes for this to shoot guns. Like, it sounds like it's for guns, like cannons and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, one more guy, and looks like they're bringing people up to hit the gate. We are getting some kills. Alright, nice. Right, don't open the gate. Alright, what are we doing? Did we bug them out? I hear an attack order. Alright, my game is freezing here. Okay, there we go. Ugh, I think that was my own ballista. So I guess there is a danger that that our stuff could hit our own gate. Okay, they're going to be through this pretty quickly, and I don't think I want to fight right here. Once they break the gate, I won't have a choice, right? All right, so maybe we do the same thing. We send these guys out to hit the gate, to hit the unit that's attacking the gate, and then we pull back inside. Gate's about halfway damaged. Alright, run. Are you gonna come and get me? Alright, what's this? Did I discover a loophole or something? The gate's still open. This is not necessarily a good thing. I think they need to come through for it to shut. 55. Okay, this could be okay. Let's pull back here. Shut that gate, please. Alright, crossbowmen. Hit them. Don't want the chivalric foot knights to be wasting much time with these militia sergeants. Alright, so they're still attacking the gatehouse. Alright, yeah, now we got catapults hitting over here. Damn. Alright. Maybe I just need to get back inside the central area. There's still firing stuff out here. Alright, let's go around. Hit the feudal sergeants with our chivalric foot knights. Nope, they're going to hit us with the militia sergeants first. Alright, we'll just yield them, lead them a chase around the walls. At 77. We lost too many chivalric foot knights here. That is BS. Winning easily. Alright, what are we doing over here? I don't know if they're really getting hit by much. No, they're too close to the walls. Alright, yep, we'll just keep firing at them. And they're going for that gate. Alright, fair enough. %. We've killed a few. I still got my general in there. He's got a good complement of men. All right, let's hit him. Just with everything. Try to get him to rout. Try to get back inside before these guys come. Oh, no, they're wrapping around both sides. The, okay, yep. Oh, well, that seems unfair. I wasn't trying to do that. Good. Keep that gate shut. We'll lose these guys, which sucks, but... Alright, may as well just keep him in here, I guess. So, we still got catapults firing. The gatehouse is 10% damaged. I could maybe get my guy out here. We still got... Maybe it's just that we've got guys still out, and that's what's keeping everything firing. Once we lose these guys out here, these outer walls might stop. Well, that's that. Did everything stop? No one's in the outer courtyard. Okay, there's other arrows coming from other places, but yeah, I think the big barrages have probably ceased. Okay. Now they've got to get it together to attack the gatehouse of the inner circle, and then they'll push in. They got peasants, you know, they've just got so much stuff. Oh, there's our artillery tower. That's so strange. Okay. It's got quite the range on that thing. I've got halberdiers too, so that's not going to be good. Alright, let's come down here. We'll try to push them back a little bit. Gatehouse is 1/3 damaged. We can make contact, get some kills. Their morale, though, is very high, the Spanish, and so I really haven't seen them rout at all yet. Alright, let's pull back in. Are they gonna follow? Yeah, okay, great. We've got a lot of valor. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 valor on these urban militia. So, yeah. It's evenly matched, fighting chivalric men-at-arms uphill. I think their general is really good. I think he's got a ton of stars. So, sucks that they withdrew him. And I wonder, again, I'm not sure quite how that works. If withdrawing your general... I mean, obviously your guys keep all the valor, but I think they must take some morale hit or something. But yeah, look at this. They're chewing through my chivalric guys. They've even got an armor upgrade. We got 3 valor, but they've got twice as much, and probably armor of their own. Alright, let's just speed this up. This is very depressing. Incredibly depressing. Incredibly disappointing. We killed 51 total. Okay, they probably lost a lot more than that due to the towers, the arrows. But really disappointing. I don't have my mastery of siege defenses down. Alright, Sinai, we've got them. We lost the Spanish coast. Okay, we won in Gibraltar. And lost in Gibraltar. Alright. So, no excommunications yet. The Spanish are still hunky-dory with the Pope. They're allied with the Pope. They're allied with a lot of factions nearby, I guess. I'm still allied with the Byzantines and the Danes. Not that that's going to really matter too much. But let's see. Do we have our prince still? We do have Prince Jean. And he's here. That's awesome. I was a little worried about that because I had not been really paying attention to him in the last battle when we invaded Flanders. And we can now send units right to Aquitaine. Now, the thing is, I don't think that's what I want to do. I think if we want to have any hope of winning this thing, we have to break into Spain. Because, you know, having all these guys in Aquitaine just to get hit by all of this later on, not helpful. You know, I think I do want these guys over in Brittany, because as long as the Spanish and the English are allied, then this is actually kind of secure if I can keep the sea secure. All right, someone can be the Count of Flanders again, probably you. But then again, do I even like want to save Brittany really? It's a citadel. because I would just be throwing, you know, more guys into the grinder, and we can see what they've got. You know, let's take a closer look here. A lot of low-tier crap. There's just so much of it. And look at this friggin' general. He's 9 stars. Murderous temper, highly educated fanatic. So this does nothing for morale. It's just that he's got 9 command stars. So we're looking at 6 valor units. Not all of them, but a lot. A lot of these guys, I mean, they're 0 valor now because they're not, like, under him, but they will be better. It's just, these are not very good units, but they are led by a monster. Captain of the Stables, Lord Enriquez. Now we do have a 6-star assassin right here, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Do I want to send him 14%? That's 7%. I mean, yeah, I think we got to do it. Do we have any other assassins? We do have an Inquisitor. $54. Oh, all right. Let's give that a shot. So what's this? He's probably some former prince or king, or, you know, not a king, but like a, you know, a brother of the king. And if we can get rid of this guy, he's got low piety. That might be the way. I'll send the assassins after him as well. Brittany, you've got 3 stars. What's your chance? 0, so don't even bother. We've got a 4-star in Palestine. He might have a 7% chance. Yep, let's do it. All right, I think that's it. All right, so this is 3 Valor Assassins and 2 Valor Spies. Not that I think that that's what I should be building up here a ton of, but oh man. Okay, so we're going to try to get rid of this general that makes all of these units really much better than they should be. But I think we got to move west. And gosh, do I want to go? I could go to Navarre with all of these units. We could just ignore Aquitaine and go straight for Navarre. And I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go right for Navarre. Now this is it's a decent army, a 3-star general. Man of Honor does nothing for morale, nor does Ambitious. But we get Navarre, and we get rid of this. Metalsmith's Workshop, Armorer's Guild, right? We can trash some of this stuff. So it's just a question of what I want to leave behind in Flanders. I think the answer is little. Gosh, I think we'll leave the Prince, because my next Prince is 11 years away. And honestly, the Prince here is relatively safe. Safer than he would be in Spain. So we'll keep the Prince behind. He's not super loyal, but he can stay under this guy. This guy might go, you know, with the army just in case. Let's bring some cav. All right, maybe we'll leave that much. But all of this goes into Navarre. All right, yeah, we can't fit all of them. Okay, you go into Navarre, and you go into Navarre. Now as for Brittany, yep, all of you as well. We don't want a loyalist revolt there if we can help it. We are training more stuff here. Let's get like some handgunners. Let's get a halberd unit. Let's let's maybe get some mercenaries. Let's get, yeah, Trebuchet. Yep. Cav. Sure. Yeah, loyalty here is probably going to be... Okay, it's better than I thought. Now, while I'm here, it might also be nice to think about working up, you know, knights and stuff, which I am sort of doing in Ile-de-France. So I guess I'll wait. That's 3 more years for the fortress, and then we can get going on knights. Champagne was doing mostly light cav. I think I'll hold off. Yep. That'll be that. Okay. So we abandon Aquitaine. We move here. Hopefully they don't move a bunch of stuff to support, and hopefully, honestly, they just withdraw to the castle. What I want to do is hit the king. I want to get him to run around and see if we can check him out of a province that we can then trash. At that point, maybe he'll start to experience some civil war problems. That's the hope anyway. Okay, I don't see any Spanish up north. We'll keep you... This is 2 barks with 3 stars. I guess I could move these guys in here. Yeah, let's move back. I want to try to at least waste the time of these ships. Alright, let's go right up here. We got, what are these? Cogs. See if we can destroy what they have around Genoa. Okay, now here, we've got Sinai under siege. 4-star general. Let's check out loyalty. That's looking pretty good. I don't really care about Arabia. Let's go right for Egypt. Sinai is pretty garbage too. We just don't really need it. Lower the taxes so it's not a rebellion. Alright, put a ship here so they can't move stuff around quite as easily. And yeah, let's move this too. Alright, I guess that's fine. Okay, yeah, so we'll move into Egypt. I would think that would work out pretty well. Let's end the year, see what we're in for. We've got 3 stacks moving into Spain. And, you know, in the long run, this is not going to be enough to defeat the Spanish. But if we can get lucky with some moves, maybe it'll hurt them, maybe they'll get excommunicated. We got him. Dang, alright, that was Bernard of Clairvaux. Good man. Alright, we took out Lord Enrique. He moved to Aragon, but we got him. Alright, great. We lost Aquitaine. We lost the Sinai. And we are invading Egypt. So we've got 906. They've got 714. Alright, I think we can do this. They've got some lighter troops. Alright, attacking the calm weather, sure. Doesn't matter too much. We're gonna just go for them. Just gonna go straight forward at them. Alright, we're gonna change that actually. They do have more range than we do, so the goal is just to march at them. Engage. Try not to wear ourselves out too much in the desert. Let's rush the fanatics forward. And we'll just have them attack the archers. Got some Royal Knights there, winning easily. We've got some Knights Templar. Alright, Fanatics are getting kind of wiped out. Alright, let's go for that.
Craven poor son that he is, the enemy general flees.
Alright, I can't remember if they have reinforcements. They're off the map. Okay, we're not getting the enemy is fleeing the field message, which means that they do have some reinforcements. Let's see. Okay, there they go. Alright, so with that, we've got Egypt. Obviously, there's still a castle. But there we go. We're invading Navarre, and they're actually going to stand and fight. All right. This is a winter battle. I think we're going to go ahead and go for it. Oh, it's not a winter battle. They lied to us. All right. We get a lot of good infantry here in this lineup. I like it. Let's just group them up. They're going to be over here, though. They're going to be up there, which is going to be super annoying. Okay. Yeah. I mean, alright. It doesn't really matter at this point because they're going to go... Oh, they're going to go for it. I don't know why I'm always surprised by this. We'll get the high ground there. And we've just got a lot of... Alright, you know what? Let's ungroup them. Something like that. Let's ignore the Spanish Trenettes then. They do have some chivalric knights, so let's get my cavalry out of there. They lured me in good, so we don't want that. Kind of want to come down on them here. Chivalric knights. I remember having that unit. Hopefully it'll be as good for them as it was for me. Some ranged, not a ton. Chivalric sergeants. Yep, we can go like there. We are actually getting a melee with the Jeanettes. The Royal Knights here with our sergeants. And that is their general. Yeah, let's just keep pushing the other units away. We got him.
Unfortunately slain before the pox could kill him.
I don't think they have anything else. Keep on these guys. Alright, they've regrouped over here, but they were routing. Oh, we got just a couple men. These are what? These are some chivalric knights? No, chivalric... I don't know what, but they're... Okay, they're gone now. Let's go. Let's go after them. Maybe this is not going as well as I thought, honestly, over here. It's gonna work out. Those are some Royal Knights. Yeah, I think we're going to get him. More fighting than I wanted because I don't really want to take Navarre necessarily. If I could get it for free, yes. But I don't want to lose a bunch of guys. Just winning this battle, pushing him to the castle. Oh, these jerks. Okay, we go after them. One urban militia up here. Alright, let's just have him chase routers, I guess. Alright, finally one over there. I suppose, but kind of lost over here. Alright, so let's get our guys back before we lose the general to some monstrous royal knights. You just get so tired of chasing units that it's tempting to speed up the battle. And that can cause problems. Okay, our reinforcements are going to come over here at some point. Okay, we can come back now. I think, geez, we should be able to deal with this. We are fighting. Our Arbalester is losing badly here. It's weird because they're... Okay, these guys are actually not in melee, so we can get them out and around, maybe? As soon as they march, they're going to get in melee, yeah. Alright, now what the hell is going on in the woods here? I think we've pretty much cleared it out, right? Some guys here are running away. Alright, let's bring the knights back. Alright, those guys are cleared out. Great. They're running away. The Arbalesters are going to catch them. Alright, finally. Very, very dirty. We killed as many as we lost, which, yeah, it's disappointing. Alright, we got Navarre. What's Naples? Who attacked the Pope? I hope it's not Sicily, but it's probably Sicily. Yep, it's Sicily. Damn, that's the most useless thing for me right now. Like, yes, I could declare a crusade and capture Sicily, I guess, but I really don't need that. I mean, I'm glad, I guess, someone is going after the papacy here. Alright, so this is looking rather less impressive than it was before, but we still got a decent amount of guys, but the problem is this, look at that. We got 3 stacks here in Castile. I don't know, man. See, we still can't see what their king looks like in terms of influence. These armies look pretty good. But Castile, interestingly, Castile is like really poorly built up. It's Navarre, Aragon, and Valencia, and I guess Cordoba that are getting their really best units. Maybe I should try to keep this. I mean, yeah, they've got a baronial... This is where they're getting chivalric knights with armor and weapon upgrades. So I should hold this. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do that. And I think we'll call the episode here because we have successfully reclaimed Flanders. So let's crank up the taxes again. We're making under 7,000 a turn, less than we were before, but that's very much to be expected. We're kind of holding our own in the naval situation, but I think we do need more fleets. And because I moved the ships over here, we are losing some of our communication along the coast. So let's... Well, actually, let's not do that because we're probably going to get attacked from Aquitaine. Let's actually disband this useless peasant. Yep, that's still fine, and now we've got some units that could maybe hold it. At least it's more plausible. So, we're still training stuff here. We are looking at a king who has 3 influence, who has a brother who is 20 years old, and who has either a younger brother or a son who's 5, and then another one who's 3. So, about 11 years before we see any more princes come of age. We still got all of this, and they've still got, I think, all of the necessary stuff to train chivalric knights in Toulouse, unfortunately. We need the Pope to get involved, we need the English to get involved, but they're not going to, because they are both allied with the Spanish. So, not looking good for us. We're not going to get any saviors here, except, you know, maybe Sicily goes on a rampage, but it doesn't look good considering the size of their invasion of Naples. This is just their king, who's probably going to die soon anyway. So it's looking pretty bad. Let's move some ships. Yeah, put someone here. And we still have ships coming, right? Yeah, we're still training troops here too. And we did recently take Egypt, so that's another thing we're going to have to resolve. Which I think is good. We can hold it. There's no other Spanish forces coming by sea, so we can assault. This is, yeah, we're going to want to assault, which is a little unfortunate actually because we don't have an awesome army, but I think we're going to want to do that. So we'll just queue that up. We'll possibly be defending it anyway against a counterattack from Sinai. So let's, before that happens, yes, we can get these guys down here. And we've got more ships coming. Awesome. Let's try to maintain, a bit of a trade presence. We are still trading in the Eastern Mediterranean. We do have a strong kind of network there. So we'll bring some ships up into Sicily. Yeah. We just have to keep plugging away at it. We may lose... Okay, let's bring a cog, just one, I think, over here to claim this. We've got 3 caravels. Let's take 2 down to the Gulf of Cadiz. All right, and then we're in a position to kind of help stop them moving troops around. So this, let's see, 2 years. I think we want to wait this one out. It's a citadel. And if we get counterattacked, we're going to have some nice, theoretically, mountainous terrain to defend against. So I think that's going to be the plan for the next episode. See if we can hold on to Navarre. See if we can get Egypt fully under our thumb. And then work on these two, as seems necessary. Meantime, kind of wait, see if the Spanish are going to be excommunicated. But probably not, because they do still, they don't have a ton of provinces, right? They do have a lot. I don't know if they have twice as much as I do anymore, but they're allied with the Pope, so you just never know. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, and I hope you join me for that. Until next time, take care.